dreams. And leaving behind nice, full suspension Santa Cruzes.
I see a lot of fixies on Craigslist too. It just makes me think a lot of people were having a lot more fun in the early 2000s than they are now.
Yeah.
They gotta get that fixed gear out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what a fixie is. I was like, what is a fixie?
It's a bike that hurts your knees.
Yeah, I don't get why you would do it outside of the velodrome where they belong.
Yeah. Yeah, the velodrome. Is that the giant orb that they ride bikes around in Vegas?
The interior track racing, bike racing.
Sure. Oh, yeah, where it's banked up on the sides.
I worked on a show, and we were shooting it at the Home Depot Center, and they have a velodrome, and they're so steep. It's like you don't want to ride a bike on that thing at all. It's a really bizarre sport.
I want to do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
That sounds fun.
If anyone in the chat has access to a velodrome, we're looking to get Chris on that thing prontissimo. Let us know.
Warehouse with a track in the middle. If you have access in, hopefully my neighborhood, somewhere in Echo Park.
As long as you're real close. As long as, can you do this thing for me? As long as you're super close to me. I'd love to do it. Like that's as long as you're like going out of your way, but not too far out of my way for me.
Yeah, I don't want your favor to inconvenience me.
No, then what are you doing? You know, that's some.
What are we doing here?
Velodrome.
I don't want to get it so weird that I feel like I'm doing you one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time. Asking a lot of time. You know what I mean? Now you sound like a family member. The velodrome bicycle racing is actually an Olympic sport, which is a horrible thing and should probably be cut. That's.
But are you going to talk about the new Olympic sport that's being introduced?
Olympic sport.
Big deal.
Ryan, why don't you tell us?
Dancing.
Oh, wow,
break
really?
dancing.
Yes, break dancing.
Wow, that's great.
Get out your cardboard box, baby. It's time to start training.
They're like, what? We let skateboarding in. What next? Breakdancing? That's a great idea.
I'd love to see timed graffiti, like like who can make the best graffiti in the allotted time. Then you have judges. Who would be the judges?
Most accurate Molotov cocktail throw.
Fab Five Freddy.
Fab Five Freddy.
Fab Freddy.
Gotta throw him in
Gives
there.
everything a 5.
And like there'd also be like there's like a really jaded police sergeant who is like the toughest judge, like the Russian judge back in like early or late 80s ice skating movies.
You call that Top Rock?
Well, they're doing the Olympics if LA gets the Olympics. I mean, and someone whips out a cardboard box, the cops will probably beat them to death.
Yeah, is that a sign? Boo! You know they've got a pretty thin skin around here.
Either a sign or you're home. Either way, you're getting the stick.
Yeah. Sign you up for some stick time.
It was nice to see people. Looks like people did protest enough for Eric Garcetti not to get a job as a. What was it? The Secretary of Housing? What was he supposed to be?
Or HUD? Yeah, they talked about it. They were trying to fit him anywhere, and everyone just kept being like, "Nope." Well, maybe let him plan your party. He got party planner.
You think that you're the mayor? You know, when you think you're the mayor, you think that the city loves you, and man, that guy is he's having a rough Christmas. You know, I don't know if he celebrates Christmas, but it seems like probably a bad holiday season for him.
He's more hated than Marion Barry. He could smoke crack in a hotel room and be more beloved.
On camera.
Mayor was
on camera. On a tripod. They took the time to put it on a tripod.
That would make me like Garcetti more, though.
So wait, what's Garcetti? What are the top 5 bad things? 2020 Garcetti.
God.
I would say like how he's handled the homelessness. That's the top.
Gone up like 70% under him or something. Like,
okay, that's not a good amount.
And how they've handled I would say real estate. How they've handled
like the Cypress Hill song. They're not playing it enough when it should be the LA anthem.
True.
Did you see that?
The way he's like run wild and like not and been like the cops bitch at every turn, like they have shit on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real estate
They were
homelessness.
beating up protesters outside of his house yesterday, and he still hasn't
Wow.
brought it up. So he's
Yeah, you got to come out and say sorry. You got to bring out, he hasn't once brought out a basket of muffins to the people protesting him and been like, you
Order
know
of
what, we need to
pizzas.
talk.
Yeah, I'm noticing these politicians don't like it when people protest.
It's like they're beating white women on your lawn, sir. You might have to comment on it. But he's like, no.
Did you see the video of the woman who had outdoor seating at her restaurant and they shut it down? And then right next door, a movie was shooting and they had the exact same distance from the building, tables the same distance apart under an identical tent. They were, because it was like a movie. And
as long as it's not real dining.
Well,
As long as it's not real people.
And podcasting
They're
is
actors.
an essential thing. So we could all do this in the same room legally.
They're fake people. As long as they're actors playing real people, but they're really dying of COVID, then
Is the podcasting thing to get Rogan back?
Is this like
okay.
crisis acting?
They're trying to leave the door open for Rogan to return. We know that he's going to Texas. He'll never be back. I was getting tested for the coronavirus up at Dodger Stadium, and there's big giant jumbotrons, and our mayor Eric Garcetti is speaking about what the city's doing, and you can hear people rolling down their window and booing. You're supposed to keep the window up. All of these things could be a super spreader.
Oh
event.
man, when I went to get tested, there was literally a jam band playing outside. Like, I was like, "What? Stop it, LA! Turn it off for a fucking minute."
oh, that's funny.
I get out of the car and do bits throughout the line throughout the day. And I pass around this hat.
The reason we're all getting COVID is there's no live music at the testing centers, man.
They need to make it more of a hub, put in some food trucks and let people just hang out there.
Have an agent there collecting headshots. There's a lot of talented people driving through there.
Have someone doing headshots. Come headshot ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll down your window.
Dude, I got some pop-up lights and a and a good camera.
Bring 3 looks.
Bring
Well,
like
you could bring
positive,
your
negative,
costume
and
custom
just don't
rent.
know. Those are your 3 looks you're wearing today. Mask, no mask, and then draping the
You wanna
mask from
bring-
the ear.
Mask, no mask, and truck buyer.
I've gone on some of the stupid truck buyer ones. And now I got one of them. I'm not manly enough, man.
You want to make sure you look like you believably could buy a truck and
Yeah.
get those headshots and get in that COVID line. And
Brian Singer's not manly enough. We're all screwed.
I know. I went into one of those auditions with a dip in my lip. Like, I'm getting this
You're like,
part.
I'm bringing the accent out, baby.
Oh,
Put the
man.
dip in, accent out. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that a number of times. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work. I got to do a commercial for Toyota a long time ago, and I played a dealer, which was nice. They felt I could represent the brand, and I got to talk to the brand reps, and I asked her, I was like, if you were putting me as a man into one of your Toyota products, what car would it be? Where do you see me? And she goes, oh, that's easy. I knew that when you walked right up. I was like, 4Runner, right? I'm a 4Runner guy.
Yes.
She laughed. She laughed in my face as if I could be a 4Runner. She put me in the Camry. She put me in the nice midsize.
Nobody puts baby in the Camry.
nobody puts Danke in the Camry.
Nobody puts Danke in a Camry. Are you crazy? I told her right then. I was like, you know what? I've been a Honda guy for years. So you can take
Boom.
Yeah, good.
You just
Take
went in
your
there and
Camry
burned
to
it down,
town.
scorched earth.
So funny.
Your idea of improv is scorch the earth.
Yeah, you burn your scene partner, and then you do a dramatic storm off and make them pick up pieces. I did not get accepted into the Sunday company. My improv style has always been very bad improviser. We touched on Olympic Games earlier, and adding breakdancing is such a great idea. I would love to hear what other sport do you think should be added to the Summer Olympics, even though the Olympics wreak havoc on every community they enter. That being said, Nick Flanagan, what sport would you like to see added to the Olympics? You can go
All right.
summer or winter.
Summer, winter. Let me think about this really fast. I think a summer croquet would be just really nice and classy, and I think that's my way of moving up in the world. Suggesting that.
That'd be
It's a great idea.
That'd be a great daytime one to watch. Like around noon. You're
Totally.
Like half asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, what country would do the best at croquet? You got to wonder.
I feel like it's, mallets are pretty easy to come by. Not as easy as breakdancing. Breakdancing is definitely, that's a sport for anybody.
I'd say the Danes. I think the Danes would nail the croquet.
Yeah, I think you're in the mix there for sure.
Who makes the wooden shoes?
I feel like the old Germans would be really good.
The old, like the Austro-Hungary.
Yeah.
Ireland.
The bitter. Yeah. Knock your ball every time. Every
right.
time.
The surviving war criminals.
Yeah.
Is golf in the Olympics?
Oh, that's.
Oh no.
It isn't, is it? I would think it would be.
Yeah.
The only chance you have to be good at golf is to get one of those $1 million checks.
Yeah. That's the only time to play. I don't know if it's in the Olympics.
Well, I think because if golf was in the Olympics, it would still be old dudes. Like the old people in the Olympics.
Now it's young guys that lift weights. It's weird. If you watch golf now, they're
golf is in the Summer Olympics.
30.
It is?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
It is. Yep.
I had no idea.
All those right in the world.
Few, right? What about disc golf? Now that's a sport
That's a good one I'm on board with. I'm playing Thursday.
A lot of people happy.
The island I'm on is a disc golf course.
Sex Island has a disc golf course?
Sex Island.
I'm just going to always call it Sex Island.
I mean, there are sexes on the island. As far as I know, nobody's having sex.
No. You don't think they're using those disc golf baskets as sex swings? I feel like that's probably what's going on out there.
I mean, the nude beaches, there's been a lot of sex there for sure. And I've discovered that there's like people who just secretly camp on the island for months. And I don't mean unhoused homeless people. I mean, the kind
like peepers? You mean peepers?
No, that would be if peepers just sort of year round created a sanctum that they then perfected for beach spies. But
I live the peeper lifestyle. I don't just do it on the weekends. I live my life like a peeper.
Oh, peeping used to be so wholesome. Such you peeping, Tom. He can't help himself.
There are Ray Stevens songs about it that children listen to.
Right. Like literally a generation was taught by comedy that like if there's a ladder near a house.
Yeah. Either that or you're a bear getting a fresh pie on a windowsill. Yeah, what was the Ray Stevens song? He's a straight.
There was one about streaking, which is sexual assault now.
Yeah.
It is.
And should be. And and then there was It's Me Again, Margaret, which was about a fucking sex creep calling up women and like implying that he was getting off to it. And it was like a kid.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah, that's like music you're introduced to in 6th grade.
Right. Yeah, I was fascinated by Ray Stevens as a child and the ads for that. The streak. I couldn't even understand what any of the songs were about. I just knew
pretty heady stuff.
Gosh.
I have no recollection at all of Ray Stevens.
Firesign Senior, theater.
Had good timing. It's someone that would be on
he was huge.
Who's that Bizarro? Dr. Bizarro or
Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento, yeah. It's like something that would just be on his radio show.
My favorite Dr. Demento fact is that he, which is, a great way to start a sentence. I don't mean to brag, but
No, I want to hear the second favorite fact as well as a follow-up.
Yeah.
okay, I'll try and think of my second favorite fact.
Everyone give your favorite Dr. Demento fact.
Okay.
Got it.
This subtopic is nasty.
Not a real doctor.
I love it.
That's fine. I found out the hard way.
There's an incredible.
To see the full episode, support the show at patreon.com/InTheGreenZoom.